Hey, how's everyone doing? Check, testing 1, 2. Comments. This is John Connors live from Connors Music. We've been doing this every Wednesday for a little while. I changed the rig, I changed the equipment a little bit. We chat some gear, we play some tunes. Normally I try to share it on my own Facebook page, but then I was doing a little bit of a sound check instead, so I didn't share it. So if you get a chance, if this is live, which would be Wednesday at 8:16 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can share it and get some more people to join in on the fun with us. If you are here watching on Facebook or YouTube, throw your comments in. I will watch for them. I will post them. I will try to reply. Today's rig, what I'm using tonight, is just a Shure, I say just because I've been using the fancy Stealth studio mic. Hey Arnold, early tonight. He says, looking forward to the show there. So I've been using a fancy studio microphone, but tonight it's more of a live application mic, the SM58. I'm running this through, which I was hoping you'd see here. Oh, there it is. The Trainer AM Mini. It's so small it didn't make it into the screen. This is a Canadian-made acoustic amplifier. I've got it set on pretty low volumes. Look at this. He's liking the rig already. Set on fairly low volumes, so I can hear it a little bit here. And I've got my mic and my guitar plugged into it and then run into the interface. I'm using a super simple interface today, and I'm going to do a little A/B. We'll listen to live streams after and compare. So again, just for those of you that aren't familiar, the interface is like a little device that converts your audio to connect to your digital audio workstation. In this case, it's my laptop running this software to connect me with you on Facebook and YouTube. So we use StreamYard. So the interface I'm using today is one that you can buy at connorsmusic.ca for $99, I believe. It's the USB dual pre. So very simple 2-channel interface. It's a solid little brick, so you don't have to worry about its reliability. It's built super solid. But I'm not getting the monitoring that I normally get with the Personas that I've been using, where I can see my levels and see if I'm getting too loud. So you have to help me out with that tonight. Let me know if it gets too loud. You know, I get into the songs, I get singing loud, and if we get some clipping or distortion, put that in. John, too loud, adjust your volume. I've got a little bit of monitoring in today through the speaker, so I can hear that a little bit. My reverb, and the reverb and tone of the guitar. So all these acoustics I'm showing you today are going to be plugged in. These, most of them are going to be plugged in through the amp. So you're hearing the pickup and seeing the playability of the guitar. I'm going to play a song, and then I'll tell you about the first guitar I'm playing. So this song was, the first half of it was the first song I learned on guitar. I sort of came, Lauren says, fancy reverb brother. Is it too much? Let me know. I can rein it back a little. And the reverb is coming from the Trainer AM Mini. But thanks for that comment. I appreciate it. So the first song I learned, the first half of it was a song called About a Girl by Nirvana. Now, I wouldn't say that I was a massive Nirvana fan, but the grunge revolution was influential in my development as a music listener. But the Unplugged album really spoke to me, Unplugged in New York. And this song, the Unplugged version, I loved it. So I learned the first 2 chords, or I actually did like this. And I got playing on it, and even singing it. And it was going great, having fun, until I get to this next part, and I looked at a chord called C sharp minor. So for those of you that play guitar, you'd know that's one that, like, maybe you could do a B minor waistlet up here, but to get the right sound, you really needed a bar chord. And for some of this, that's a hurdle, right? For some of us in our learning, most of us, I would say. I know I spent a long time practicing bar chords so that I could learn the rest of About a Girl, and one of the songs I used was Lightning Crashes, because it had open chord. Maybe I'll play that in a future live stream. But anyway, so I got to work on it. My hands hurt, practiced all the time, got my bar chord, and now I can play About a Girl for you. And go. Little Nirvana from the Unplugged in New York album. So I got this sound check here. Guitar was a bit loud. I went the other way. I thought you said guitar a bit louder, please. So I turned it up. So let me adjust that. We'll take it down a wee bit. Check, check. Okay. Or maybe I should take the mic up a bit. Let's try that a little bit too. Kate says it sounded good. Thanks so much, guys. Let's try. Check, check. Okay. I don't see the clipping, but let me know if it starts clipping again if I get into it too much. So that was About a Girl. In the 90s, the band I was into the most, maybe, that's a dangerous thing to say because I love so much music from that era, but a Canadian band called Moist. I saw them live a few times, really dug David Usher live, the whole band. And then he went and did some solo material as well, and put out an album that he calls called Little Songs, that apparently was recorded at a kitchen, like maybe one of the first, sort of really successful home recording style albums. Maybe that's a big claim too. I'm sure there was other ones too, but anyways, it was early on in that idea of guys not going to a fancy studio and recording. And he had a couple hits off of it, and I want to play this next one for you. And I'm playing it on, I didn't tell you before, so the ELOO Epiphone, and it has the pickup, and you might have noticed I was trying to adjust it on the fly. I reached in the sound hole, and the volume and tone wheels are in there, so that, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that's all the fancy electronics in there, and it's a Fishman sound hole style pickup. So that's what's going on under the hood. You see this, that's just the protective plastic, so when you take this guitar home, you just peel that off and you'll get that beautiful tortoiseshell pickguard with vintage sunburst finish. Plays great. It's small enough that it's very comfortable without being too compact. So that's my thoughts on it. Perfect song, or perfect guitar for a song from the album called Little Songs. I'm going to try it with my thumb pick here. I didn't rehearse this, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you can hear everything okay. Smells in the air, see there it's crashing, the final impressions. Words on the paper where words felt like water. Unearth all the changes that never did matter. I think it's beginning to freeze here. Caught in the rage, in the fire of things, all the brightness that burns me. I'm fumbling through like a child in the dark. When the nakedness comes, I am shocked by the color. The glorious weight of your skin comes alive. And I never thought we'd make it back so soon. Might be nice, but I knew you'd be your own destroyer. Comes a time, and I always thought I'd make it up to you. Here, please forgive me. How could we escape all the bitterness, piled upon bitterness, held in the face of the things that I don't understand, intellectual lies. Over and over this helplessness suits us. It's funny how quiet had slipped to our corners and worn all our edges away. You were watching, breathing and baiting, watching and warming and consciously waiting for some simple signal to creep across your conscience, uncover redemption. Know that I mentioned I carried you down to the St. Lawrence River, The bank's running dirty, the water's beginning to freeze here. And I'll freeze here, solid by morning. Comes alive, and I never thought we'd make it back so soon. Might be nice, but I knew you'd be your own destroyer. Comes a time when I always thought I'd make it up to you. I saw on your face such a curious grin as I let go your hand. I was desperate to hold you again, but you're sinking too deep in the water. I'd smarted myself in so easily, gave up what I wanted. Solid by morning, what I wanted. Be winter by morning. Comes alive, and I never thought we'd make it back so soon. Might be nice, but I always knew you're my destroyer. There we go. St. Lawrence River by David Usher from the album Little Songs. Check out the whole album. I have it on CD. Hope you're enjoying this. I'm having fun. Playing some tunes on some new Epiphone Acoustics. So this is Epiphone, new arrivals from Epiphone Part 2. And something else I'm trying out, I briefly mentioned at the beginning, is instead of having a floor microphone stand, thanks, Kate, I'm using a boom arm. So, you know, this is really cool in sort of the live stream podcaster radio kind of area of things where you've got a desk that you're working from. It's clamped to the desk, which you can't see, but you can see this boom arm, and I can move it around as I see fit. So that's kind of handy. And the CAD one that we have in stock is a lighter weight one, so like you're not going to do super heavy duty stuff with it. But it's less than $30. So you can check that out at connorsmusic.ca as well. All right, so we're going to switch guitars here. I'm going to move to the mini jumbo and play another tune for you here. I'm going to try to squeeze in a couple here. I need a roadie for the live streams, eh? Somebody just hand me the guitar all tuned up. So this is the Epiphone it says EJ200 in it, but I remember it was MJ on the product code because EJ is the Epiphone Jumbo, but this is a mini jumbo. And hi, Aaron, I'm good. How are you? So this is the EJ200 Coupe, now they're calling it, but it's not a jumbo. It's not big. It's got a nice smaller body. Deep though, like still somewhat deep. So you'll notice it's got a nice deep rich tone. It's got a built-in pickup with tuner on it. So when I hit the tuner button, you'll notice you're not hearing, or you shouldn't be, hearing this other than maybe picked up through my microphone a little bit. And after I tune up and hit the tuner off, ooh. Okay, so we got it all happening there. Okay. And I'm going to try out a new capo. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago we did a whole thing on capos. Planet Wave had the Great deal, and they're on right now. Artist and tri-action cables on for $24.95, I think, and they were $31.99, and that deal is going to be on at Connors Music and other retailers that participated for the rest of 2021. And I went with the metallic bronze because I think that's a wicked looking capo, very classy. So I'm going to be able to put it on capo 2 and then adjust the tension if I needed to. Maybe not. Oh, I did capo 3. Let's do capo 2. Get good positioning. Super thing. Super important. And hey, Dan. And I'm good. I'm going to be an auntie. Oh, congratulations on that. Oh, to a baby kitten. Still congratulations. That's lovely. And hey, Kevin. Long time no see. He was in the shop earlier. Okay, so let's get this thing positioned here. All right. A little extra tension. I'm going to double check my tuning. Sorry for those delays, but you know, sometimes to enjoy live music, you have to deal with what comes, and that requires a little patience. And I'm going to use that little comment as a segue, here we go, to the song. This is Patience as performed by Chris Cornell, well, sort of as performed by John Connors. If you haven't seen Chris Cornell's version of it, check it out on YouTube after the live stream. I shed a tear 'cause I'm missing you. Still alright to smile. Girl, I think about you every day now. There was a time when I wasn't sure. You set my mind at ease. There is no doubt you're in my heart now. Sad woman, take it slow. It'll work itself out fine. All we need is just a little patience. Sad sugar, make it slow. We'll come together fine. All we need is just a little patience. Sit here on the stairs. I'd rather be alone. If I can't have you right now, I'll wait, dear. Sometimes I get so tense, I can't speed up the time. You know, love, there's one more thing to consider. Said, woman, take it slow, and things will work out fine. If you and I just use a little patience. Said, sugar, take the time, 'cause the lights are shining bright. You and I got what it takes to make it. I've been walking the streets at night, just trying to get it right. Hard to see with so many around. You know I don't feeling good about that. All right. Oh, having a baby boy. Oh, the kitten was a separate thing. Okay, cool. And thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. So yeah, check it out. Chris Cornell, you notice the melody's a little different than the Axl Rose. No screaming. No, I've been walking the streets at night. Way up there. But still a very cool version. All right, what do we got coming up next here? Okay, I'm going to do a song that I did not have time to rehearse, but I'm going to throw it in anyways because I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun too. Throw it in the comments if you are. Steve says, good job, and I appreciate that. Thanks, man. And I get some care emojis happening here. That's sweet. I love the caring. And, I thought as I was singing, right now at this time, there's so much going on. We do need to be patient with each other. So I don't know if that was the main message of the song, but all we need is a little patience. If that one line, if we could carry that out, be patient with each other. All right, so I'm going to switch guitars again and play a Masterbuilt acoustic. Get ready. So, what does a Masterbuilt mean? You may be asking yourself, what does John mean by a Masterbuilt? So this is the Epiphone inspired by Gibson J45 with a cutaway and pickup. So it actually says right in the tag, inspired by Gibson J45 EC, guaranteed quality and craftsmanship Epiphone for every stage. There you go. I'm going to do a little hair flick with that. That might be the last time I'll have that hair flick because I have a hair appointment booked. Okay, anyway, so not ever, but like for a little while. So the J45 is a classic Gibson acoustic. When I think of the J45, it's what brings me to think about country music. Not that it's only used for that. It's not. It makes its way into lots of styles of music, like 90s rock, of course, and everything that you can play acoustic, any acoustic song you can play on a J45. But it's sort of, the image connects me to Nashville, let's say. And I really got into the TV show with my wife a little while ago, Nashville, the TV series. And on it was this singing duet of girls, Lennon and Maisie. And they're actually Canadian. And they were down there doing this. So good. Nice. Enjoyed learning patience. And I know Kate is a fan of Lennon and Maisie too. So anyways, I thought I'd crack out an old song. It's from early in the TV series, so it's a little older. They do it Capo 5, but they're two girls singing in harmony. Sitting here tonight. And I can maybe hit most of that, but I think I'm just going to go like a little lower. 2 or 3, what do you guys think? Capo 2, and we got sitting here tonight. Oh yeah, that's the spot. I'm not even asking anymore. Don't vote, don't make your comments. I'm going Capo 2. Pretty sure it'll be the last. There you go. Kim says it. So enjoy these hair flicks tonight, because after this, I'm going a little shorter to celebrate at least a change in the pandemic. I was originally going to keep my hair long until I could call this thing done, but it's just going to be cut to celebrate a bit of a change, hopefully moving forward. Anyways, I don't know if he's watching with you, but let's give a quick shout out to Theo, my grandson, who is turned 2 today. It's his birthday. So happy birthday, Theo, if you're watching. I wanted to make that the lead in, and I forgot to turn on the acoustic. All right. Oh, this is wonderful. Sitting here tonight by the firelight, could. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good. Two arms around me, heaven to ground me, and a family that always calls me home. 4 wheels to get there, enough love to share, and a sweet, sweet, sweet song. At the end of the day, Lord, I pray I have a life that's good. That felt good. Little country voice down there, and then a little high. I kind of went all over the place, but I had fun with it. So that's A Life That's Good. If you Google that, Nashville, you'll see tons of great live versions of it when they toured Lennon and Maisie with Charles Eston, who played Deacon. You know, or just watch the show. It's in a bunch. Okay, maybe I missed it at the beginning. No, what? Okay, yeah, you did miss it at the beginning, but that's okay, Kevin. I'll recap. So I am plugged in through the Trainer AM Mini. So that has two inputs. It's got my mic input with volume control and reverb and everything, and it's got my guitar input with all of that as well, which I'm loving the ability to control those things separately. Thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh. The love and adulation. Thank you. Don't need to be famous. Don't have to everyone know my name, but you have to have a sweet, sweet song and good family. So that's awesome. You're welcome, Kevin. So yeah, the acoustic mini sounds great on its own, but it also has the line out, which is great because I've run an XLR out from the amp to my interface, which is why you hear this sweet reverb. All right, I want to do one more song on, let's call it a surprise guitar, because it doesn't have a pickup, but I'm going to kind of wail on it a bit. I kind of want to play this one again, though. Next time. We'll play more J45, unless somebody comes in and snags this sweet guitar. This one's special. So at some point in time, hair flick number 3, at some point in time, Gibson, the company, bought the brand Dobro. So it's actually, like, we call this a Dobro guitar. Most of us will just refer to it as a Dobro, just like Kleenex is a facial tissue. Or, I don't know, if you can think of another one where the brand has superseded the regular noun for the product, throw it in the comments there. But yeah, this is a Dobro acoustic. And now this is a round neck. Now when you see round neck or square neck, this has got the type of neck where you can sit and play it just like every other acoustic. Whereas a square neck would be more designed for a slide guitar with a raised nut and where you're not worried about what it feels like on the back. It gives you a lot of durability for maybe some thick strings and everything. So this is just a nice round neck that I can play like a regular acoustic. And I'm just going to back the mic off and turn it up a little bit so that hopefully you can hear my voice and guitar on this next tune. Again, thanks for joining me tonight. This is a lot of fun playing these guitars. Very different tone there, eh? And we'll be back again next week. So what I do need is, while I'm playing this song, I want you to think whether next week you'd rather hear one of 3 things. So it's a survey, and it changes what next live stream will be played on. Do you want to hear John Connors playing on little baby Guitalele guitars, nylon string, 6-string though, so I get to play my regular guitar chords on a mini baby guitar? Do you want to hear that? Or would you like to hear 2 new Godin guitars that are in stock, Canadian-made guitars? Or would you like to see the new Ibanez and maybe do a shootout against a PRS that we have here right now, if it's all still here? So you're going to vote Ibanez, Godin, or little guitar. I don't know, or little Guitalele. and then I'll decide what we're going to do next week based on your comments. So again, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to tune this dobro up and give you a bluesy tune, sort of bluesy, which sort of feels appropriate for this kind of guitar. We got our first vote in. Arnold wants little guitars. Well, I was sitting, waiting, wishing, and you believed in superstition. Maybe you would see the signs. The Lord knows that this world is cruel, and I ain't the Lord, and I'm just a fool. Learning to love somebody doesn't make them love you. Must I always be waiting, waiting on you? Must I always be playing, playing the fool? In my mind, you're clapping along at home and you're stomping your feet and enjoying this. We'll be able to see it in real person soon. I sang your songs and danced to dance. I gave your friends all the chance, and putting up with them wasn't worth never having you. Or maybe you've been through this before, but it's my first time, so please ignore the next few lines, 'cause they're directed at you. Must I always be waiting, waiting on you? Must I always be playing, playing your fool? Keep playing your part, but it's not my scene. I want this plot twist, I've had enough mystery. You're building it up, then shooting me down, but I'm already down. Just wait a minute. Just sitting waiting a minute. Just wait a minute. Well, if I was in your position, I'd put down all my ammunition and wonder why it'd taken me so long. But Lord knows that I'm not to you. But if I was, I wouldn't be so cruel, 'cause waiting on love ain't easy to do. Must I always be waiting, waiting on you? Must I always be playing, playing your fool? No, I can't always be waiting, waiting on you. I can't always be playing, playing your fool. Good thing I practiced those bar chords, eh? There we go. So that was the dobro, which it comes in the Epiphone family there. Something very different. I had to put a few very different things on that order. I get to do the ordering, so I get to pick a lot of the cool guitars that come in. But the J45 for me was the winner. Let's see what people think about next week. So Dan says little guitar. I guess 2 votes for little guitar, that's all it takes, and an extra thumbs up from Arnold. So next week, you'll get to hear me sing like a Smurf, because these little guitars are tuned up higher. I don't know. I'll work it out. It'll be fun. So again, thanks for tuning in. John Connors Live on Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your shares. Thanks for your emojis. We're going to keep this going a little longer because we're having a lot of fun. And check out connorsmusic.ca if you're interested in the Trainer AM Mini. It's like a Canadian-made amp for, I got to double check the price tag. only $499. That's really like self-contained, but also cool for plugging into a PA or interface with amazing reverb separate for vocal and guitar. You can control it separately. Steve says, thanks. You are welcome. Thank you for tuning in. CAD Podmaster Boom. Shure SM58, like his really standard mic. We always have it in stock. And a very affordable interface if you want to get into doing some of your own live streaming or recording. It's a nice, affordable way of getting going with it. And Arnold asks, the little guitars become big guitars for the following week. There you go. It's definitely a big thing happening with these little guitars. So hopefully we'll see you then. And thanks, Dan. Dan says, good show. I appreciate that. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next Wednesday.